Welcome back to the Rich Eisen Show. I would say that the exchange of guests was a last-minute pit, but this man doesn't do that. Certainly not when it comes to winning the Indianapolis 500, which has helped him be nominated for the ESPY Award for Best Driver in this week's ESPY Awards that are coming down in Los Angeles. He is Alexander Rossi. Good to see you, sir.
Yeah, likewise. Thanks
How
for
are
having
you?
me. Yeah, great.
We spoke on the phone.
Happy to be in town.
Now here we are face
absolutely.
to face. Is it true that you were stuck in a rental car place no less than a half an hour ago?
Yes, it was. I will not name them.
Don't do that. That's
but
okay.
Yeah, typical LAX fashion.
Were you did you pull the?
They didn't know who I was. Oddly.
But didn't you?
Weird.
But you should say, don't you know who I am? Did you pull that, Alexander?
We were getting to that point. But
Was that bad? Was it really that bad?
It was getting a little bit stressful.
What happened? They didn't have the car ready
No,
for
the
you?
car was there. It was just about 35 other people in front of me.
Oh, I see. So you
Definitely the other customers wouldn't care.
are you saying the Indy 500 winner does not have status
Pretty
in a
much.
rental car place?
Well, there's status, but not enough, apparently.
Well, I mean,
I need to keep working on it.
you pretty much have won the most prestigious event
Yeah, maybe
involving a wheel and a car.
I should reconsider something.
I would think that should get you some sort of consideration. Do you drive? Do you drive the same way when
No.
you're behind the wheel
No,
of the car?
although we were a little bit late here.
Okay.
So there was some decisions that were made.
What do you mean by
to get here
this?
quickly.
To get here? Oh, I see.
Yeah.
You mean
Yeah, sure.
you didn't flout any local laws, did you, Alexander?
No.
You didn't run through any red flags, did you?
No, wouldn't do that.
Okay, wouldn't
So,
do that.
yeah.
Okay, very good.
Absolutely not.
Now we've had who was it? Tony Kanaan, guys, who was on here who said he can't be driven. Is that
Yeah,
what he
Tony,
said?
Tony Kanaan.
That wouldn't surprise me. A lot of racing drivers can't deal with the whole passenger thing because we have trust issues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you?
I like to think that I'm better than most.
Okay.
But it's still not the preferred kind of option.
Okay, so you are a front seat driver. I mean, what would you call
I
yourself?
wouldn't call myself a backseat driver, so we'll go with a
Okay.
passenger seat, suggestive.
A shotgun
Yeah,
situation.
Yeah, exactly. Like constructive criticism.
Okay.
Yeah.
How have the last few months been for you?
Busy. A lot busier than I was intending.
What do you mean?
Just, obviously after the 100th, that was a big race in and of itself.
Yes.
And then to win, there was a lot of attention garnered, which is awesome for the championship and the Rising IndyCar Series and for myself. So it's just been a lot of, back and forth, and we're still racing, and that's still kind of at the forefront of our mind.
Who reached out to you? Who did you meet that you were particularly fired up to get a call or from anybody?
I wouldn't say there was one person in particular, if I'm honest. It was just more the kind of the general appreciation for what we had accomplished.
Well, then don't be honest. Then drop a name. What do you got?
I don't have any name.
You don't have a name to drop?
No,
Come on now.
I'm serious.
Nobody?
No.
What about Mario?
Yes. But the thing is, I have breakfast and lunch with Mario on a regular basis.
What's that like?
Awesome. I have to say, to be able to come to the racetrack and engage with Mario Andretti on a personal and social level is pretty special.
So you have breakfast and lunch with Mario Andretti
Yeah.
on a regular basis?
Quite often, yeah. It's very, very cool. And you just sit there, and he's kind of like, he's obviously not my grandpa, but he sits there and explains stories. And Marco and I sit there, and Ryan sometimes, and the teammates, we sit there, and he tells the stories of different races he's had, and Marco's probably heard them 100 times. But
Right.
It's just unbelievably interesting.
Well, I mean, you got the ESPY Awards coming up.
True.
Coming up this week. Now that's going to be a first for you, right? I mean,
Yes, it is. Absolutely. I mean, it's something that I've seen, obviously, and know about, and it's a huge privilege to be a part of.
I've been to a few of those, but look around because sometimes your invitation might get lost for a 14th consecutive year, as mine was. Yeah, I'm bringing that up with Alexander Rossi sitting here, Brockman.
Wow.
I actually just did something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I left. How old are you, by the way?
24.
Okay, so I left ESPN when you were 10.
Okay.
That actually is freaking me out right now. I don't know if it's freaking you out right now, but that's actually.
So when you were 19?
Oh, thank you. No, I left when I was 33 years of age.
Good job.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. And it's been 14 years since I've been to an ESPYs. So would you let me know how it goes to see if it's different from my last
It would
experience?
be my pleasure, yeah. I'll give you updates.
It's been so long that the last luminary that I met at an ESPYs was Mini-Me.
Oh.
Vern Troyer was the last. Am I dating myself completely right now?
Was it in color? Was it broadcast
It was
color?
in black and white, actually. Or actually, I might have blacked out. I might have actually blacked out.
yeah.
I might have actually blacked out. So yeah, so it's you, Kyle Busch, Lewis Hamilton, and Erica Enders Stevens and Scott Dixon.
Scott. Yep.
And
Me and
who-
Scott.
Huh?
Me and Scott.
You and Scott.
Great.
Okay, so I have this
Yeah, I see
glass bottle.
Yeah, that's signed by him.
It is signed by him.
It's signed by me.
Would you care
would
to
love
add to it?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you care to do it? Here we
Right
go.
now?
Sign it. Yeah, it makes for great radio when you hear a Sharpie rubbing against a glass bottle. It's a glass Indianapolis 500 bottle. What are you going to inscribe, Alexander?
So did he sign this for this year? Like recently?
When did he sign this?
It must
he
be
was
because
in-
it's the 100th running bottle.
Yeah, it's a 100th running
Yeah,
bottle. So he must have come in when was
When
that?
did Scott
I
come
think it
on?
was when we went to the Grand Prix. We sent To
okay,
down
so-
to the
Oh,
Long
so
Beach.
that's right. So it was for
right,
Long
right,
Beach.
right.
So this we need a different pen.
Okay. There you go. Is it not working? Oh my gosh.
Wow.
It's terrible.
It's going awesome.
That's the same thing as a rental car place. Let's get an actual good Sharpie
It's just
in
a
here.
stressful day.
Yeah, I know.
only-
It is.
it's only,
What
what,
else?
11 o'clock?
What else are you going to do here in Los Angeles? What else you got planned here?
Well, I'm here for the ESPYs. So
I know that, but what else are you going to do here?
There's a lot of other
Like, what do you got?
media.
I just want to know
tours
what
and
it's
stuff.
like to be the Indianapolis 500 winner for even 48 hours.
Well, what I'm really glad about is
What
that
is
we're
it?
not talking about, so you went 5 laps longer than everyone else, and we're actually talking about.
But see,
something-
now, my job as an interviewer is to use that to open the door to actually ask you about
right.
that. That's what we would call a rookie mistake that you just made.
Wonderful.
So let's talk about the stuff you don't want to
Sweet.
talk about, Alexander. I mean, so you went 5 laps longer than everybody else or something?
yeah, we
like-
did.
What
It was
happened?
great. We didn't pit, so
I know.
That
Did you-
helped.
Did you notice my
I
my
noticed
way
how
of
you- how
getting
you,
into
How
that?
you fed that in there, yeah. It was like I said before. Aside from the end result,
Yes.
like that was my first Indy 500 I'd ever been to.
I know you.
and that-
That's unbelievable.
That was just I never experienced anything like it. I mean, to be on the grid and to have close to 400,000 people there,
Right.
and to experience that was
at the
pretty mind-blowing.
Brickyard. That was
Yeah.
so. That was the first time you'd ever stepped foot onto the Brickyard. Was for what? Just the qualifying and things of that
Well,
nature.
for practice,
Right, for practice.
prior to that point, but yeah,
And then you'd never run out of gas in your life either. Correct.
nope, no,
Until you crossed the finish line.
a little bit before that,
A little bit before that.
yeah.
So it really was kind of like Lightning McQueen in Cars in a way, right? Where it's just trying to get up to that finish line.
He's 24,
Well,
Rich.
I'll tell you what.
It's okay.
I'll put into numbers for you. So you need almost 0.7 of a gallon to finish a lap at
Yes,
IMS.
yes.
We had 0.38,
Oh my gosh.
so it was not even close.
So were you like actually in the cockpit pushing,
Yeah.
like with your body weight, like leaning forward?
No,
That's what I would do.
right. Yeah,
Maybe that's why I haven't won an Indianapolis 500.
could be.
Part of the reason.
That's probably the only reason, though.
But I do drive like a maniac, so sometimes. Seriously, like being a New Yorker living here in Los Angeles, Alexander.
That gets stressful.
Oh no, it's easy because everybody drives around here so politely. And oh gosh, yeah, they all line up in the right lane to get off of a freeway. Who does something like that? What you do is you just take the left lane right across from the right lane
Bet you
and then
make a
just
lot
jam
of
right in
friends.
there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Bet
and
people
then-
love you.
Well, no, but what you do is you give the courtesy wave, and
then
you mouth the words. Thank
Californians
you.
are good with it. They're like, oh yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
you're
Canadians.
From, you're
It's
from
like,
you're
okay.
from Northern California. You,
am.
You understand?
Well, yeah.
What do you mean?
Well, I've lived in London for the past 8 years, so it's a little bit.
Oh my gosh!
Different.
So do you sometimes find yourself driving on the wrong side of the road then?
No, fortunately.
That would be bad.
Okay.
That would be an
Hey,
issue.
listen. Good luck with the ESPYS.
Thank you.
Tell me how it goes.
Yeah. we'll do.
Okay, because I
Because it's
think.
been 14 years, so
Well, did you get the swag back? Did you get it?
I get it tomorrow.
You do.
Yeah.
You know, there's.
I've heard. Don't spoil it though.
Please.
Right.
Literally the last time
yeah.
There might have been there might have been a juicy fruit situation in the gift bags when I was there last time 14 years ago. Now they've kind of bumped it up a little bit. They really have.
Awesome.
So congratulations on at least getting the gift bag. Oh, and by the way, that Indy 500 win.
Appreciate it.
Too.
Thank you very much.
And we're going to get you a Sharpie that works, okay?
That sounds great.
Alexander Rossi is here. Stick around for one more television block, please.
Great.
When we come back, though, for the radio audience, we'll talk about tonight's Home Run Derby and do our Home Run Derby draft, where I know exactly who's going to win the Home Run Derby. I know it,
Well, I mean,
because I get to choose first.
What do you mean you get to choose first?
Alexander, would you read the mug? Turn around that mug and see what are the words on the other side of the mug. What does that say?
The Rich Eisen Show.
Thank you, sir.
I guess that would be the reason.
We'll be back on it in a moment.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.